Well, it's a brave new world of possibilities, I guess we should say.
Right. Well, we're hearing now they've got, genetically modified bananas that they're going to start feeding to some African populations that are vitamin A deficient. And so they're going to now have these bananas that have vitamin A. But we've also been hearing a lot how they're hoping to have vaccines implanted in these bananas so that they can just, the kid can eat a banana and become vaccinated. Is this some technology that we can see them using in the future with bees, where bees can pollinate the plants and it'll already sort of pollinate it with whatever it is they're hoping to improve our health with?
Well, I don't know if the bees themselves could pass on some type of vaccine, but if the plants obviously have that built in, they will cross-pollinate with others and propagate that genetic line within the plants, of course. One of the along with GMOs, the first genetically modified organism, or plant rather, was the tobacco plant back in 1982, and that was to affect the tobacco plant's immunology as well. And now recently they've found the tobacco ring spot virus replicating in honeybees. I know INFOWARS carried a story on that as well a while back, but it's really kind of scary in a lot of respects because they don't know what's going to happen as a result of putting a vaccine in a banana or or a phosphorescence in a drone. It doesn't really, you can't map out those kind of effects. So.
Right, exactly. And honeybees are, the perfect God expression, really. But I guess my concern here is that we see a lot about, Monsanto or these other companies patenting their seeds. Well, what happens if they now create these genetically modified bees and then, they cross-pollinate, they procreate with other bees, and then all of a sudden, now are the bees patented? How do we control that?
Exactly. That's a big concern, of mine as well. Where do the property rights of the beekeeper come into play if those genetic expressions wind up in somebody's bee that they've spent generation after generation trying to breed in a certain way for certain traits? What happens then? And where are the quote unquote natural beekeepers, those who wouldn't use a transgenic strain? Where do their rights come into play? So it's going to be a lot of interesting questions and a lot of debate in the future, and I encourage everyone to be very, very vocal in that debate.
Well, exactly, because here we have, some countries or states that are saying, we don't want genetically modified crops in our countries and in our states. But here, this is something that they can't really control, where the bees are going to go, where they're going to pollinate. There is no way to control the spread of that. That's their job. That's what they do. So what next?
Exactly. And in this particular case with this transgenic drone, they didn't create a full colony of bees, but like I said, that germline stem cell furtherance of those genetic traits is now a very viable reality for just about anyone who wants to pursue it. So
right. It was a giant leap forward in their testing. I mean, they've been working to try and see if they could actually do this, and now they've been able to. So that's the next step, is to see if they can actually create a colony.
Right.
What other sort of improvements? Well, so what can people do to learn more about natural beekeeping and, kind of stay in touch with you?
Well, feel free to email me at hillshoneybees@hotmail.com. It's HILLS honeybees@hotmail.com. I don't currently have a website. I'm kind of busy as I possibly can be in the springtime with honeybees and research and all of that, but I look forward to reading any emails and would be happy to provide any expertise or knowledge that I can, or hopefully steer people in the right direction. Try to get involved with your own local beekeepers associations, talk to them about your concerns. A lot of them may not be aware that this type of research and this breakthrough has come about. So like I said, just be vocal and keep researching yourselves.
Absolutely. And don't destroy any bee colonies that you might find hiding in your walls.
Please, yes, call a beekeeper. They'd be happy to come and get them, probably for free. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for bringing this story to our attention.
Oh, no problem,
Appreciate it,
Leanne.
Marcus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for tuning into the show tonight. If you're watching us on YouTube, please become a member of Prison Planet TV. We give you instant access to all of our special reports, the movies, our rants and ebooks, of course, the Alex Jones Show live. And best of all, you can share your username and password with up to 11 people at the same time. That's 11 people getting instant access to all of the information that you need to help us fight the info war. Thanks again for tuning in tonight. We'll see you here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central.
So, I just had a few questions. We're out here doing this investigation of the illegal immigration. They come here, they're being picked up by these church groups, they're being housed in military facilities. So, I know it's nothing new for them to come across the border, but, the influx, where do you think the real influx started?
We've really seen a huge influx in the children and women, as well as the males. But we don't hear too much about the males getting released. But mainly the women and the children. It's all word of mouth, man. It's all they're all calling back home and saying, hey, come on over. They're giving us free passes to come in.
What are you guys doing to help keep the diseases or the sickness to a minimum? Are you guys giving them any type of medication in your facilities?
Absolutely, yeah. If whoever is going to be detained, they go through a lengthy screening process, doing chest X-rays, check for tuberculosis, things of that nature, and they're treated for the most part. Those people are mandatory detention. And see, that's where most of our bed space goes, for mandatory detention. Therefore, that's the reason why a lot of these females being released. There isn't enough bed space. And it all comes down to Congress and the budget and money.
Right. It's all about money.
It's all about money, man. It's all Congress, man. It's all, it's all in Washington. It's where all the shots are called, man,
Now, as an American citizen yourself, do you have any concerns with the large number of people coming in for any reason, whether it's concerns about bringing diseases over or gang affiliation or just any concern? Do you have any concern about these people coming over in mass numbers?
As an American, who wouldn't have any type of concerns?
Right.
Diseases are paramount, man. Not only that, medical benefits, that these people are being given. It's pretty far out, man. Considering we have people here at home that need.
Just give me a final message to the American people, not so much to any particular politician, but if you could talk to the American people directly about this issue, what would you say to them?
Put pressure on Congress.
Elaborate on that.
Well, Congress they're the ones that determine the money. They're the ones that determine where the money is allocated. They determine everyone's budget, and without a larger budget, we can't do more. Stuff more people on the border, you're going to catch more people. If you take more people away from the border, you're not going to catch as many people.
I definitely appreciate your time and your willingness to speak to us on this issue, and I hope you guys get the help and the assistance that you need to secure our nation's border.
Celebrate the spirit of freedom and liberty upon which our nation was founded at INFOWARSShop.com. Molon Lave is ancient Greek for come and take it. This popular design combines both classic Greek Spartan imagery with modern M16 assault rifles. Now available in women's tees and proudly made in the USA. And now you can protect yourself from corrupt cops with the INFOWARS dash cam. It's your car's black box that records all that the driver sees and hears. And introducing the Block It Pocket. It renders your phone undetectable while protecting your private data and your health. Or take back your privacy and protect your personal information by getting your very own Detractor cell phone pouch. So get incredibly high-quality, freedom-based products and help fund the revolution at INFOWARSShop.com.
You are watching the InfoWars Nightly News, which airs 7 p.m. Central at InfoWarsNews.com. Members can share their passcodes with up to 11 other people, and your support is helping us defend liberty worldwide.